one project that I needed to get done before the end of the year. It has been my pantry. This organized mess has just caused me a lot of stress this year, because I have been wanting and itching to organize it, but just haven't been able to do it. But I am finally getting it done, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to have a neat and organized pantry. So we're going to be doing my pantry and my baking supplies drawer or closet, whatever you want to call it. I've been wanting to organize this for so long. I haven't really posted that many videos this year, so you'll see here that I bought a lot of different containers, and that is something that I have kind of been accumulating over the last few months. So this wasn't some sort of splurge where I just made a bunch of money and I bought all of these containers. If you're watching this video and you're wondering how can she afford this as a single mom, yeah, that's how I bought all of these things. The last few months I have just been accumulating slowly and surely, and just itching to finally put them to use, and today I get to do just that. Okay, so as you guys already saw there, I went ahead and emptied the pantry. I cleaned it up. Now everything is on the table. Basically, actually, if you haven't seen my videos before and you're probably like, why is our pantry so small? I actually don't know why they decided to torture me like this. It's got kind of crazy because there's a complete like wine rack there that I am not using, and I just want to go back and just ask the designer why. What were you thinking? And why were you thinking that this is the best solution for this? Because they decided to put a whole wine rack and a coffee or wine situation there instead of actually like giving me a big pantry. Like, they just were not thinking very much in terms of organization here. So we just gotta do what we gotta do. Okay, so now with everything laid out, I actually just went through and discarded of anything that was expired, because honestly, like the way that my pantry was looking, I hadn't seen some of these things in a minute. Okay, so they had just been sitting in there for a while waiting for me. So I just had to go through and decide what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping. And then I'll show you guys here where I organize everything together in different sections, just to give me a better understanding of how everything is going to be placed into the pantry and the baking area. Okay, so I have kind of cleared out everything that was expired, and this is what is left. This is all the stuff that's going into the pantry. I kind of separated it into different sections, like the big stuff for breakfast, canned goods, baking, or not baking, but well, yeah, this is bacon. It has to be on the other side actually. Breakfast stuff and grains, broth, I'm losing my words, pasta and different things, some sauces here, And then here I have some of the snacks that are left over. On this side, I have the baking items that are remaining. I do plan on going shopping tomorrow or in the next few days, to kind of replenish some of the items that I had to get rid of. But this is kind of what is remaining now when it comes to the baking area. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting them into their jars and organizing them inside the pantry. Okay, so these are the labels that I was planning on using, but I feel like they're like so small. This is what I was gonna use for the spices, and I thought they looked so pretty. Look at them. They're so pretty, but I didn't realize they were this small. And then this is what I was going to be using for the big containers, the large containers for flour and whatnot. And this is definitely going to be too small. Too small for this big thing. So I feel like I'm gonna have to just put everything together right now, and then get some labels done from Etsy, like more. Oh yeah, it sucks, but so I'm just gonna put everything in their containers, put them up, and then order some new labels from Etsy. Because yeah, these ones are from Amazon. I'll link them down below if you like them, but I thought they would look pretty, especially this ones, because I love the design, but it just seems like it's way too small, right? Am I not seeing this properly? It just seems like it's way too small for this. Or maybe not, I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna return this and get new labels from Etsy. Okay, so since I did not have the actual labels, I decided that I was going to write the product name on the containers, and then once I have everything completed, I can order all the labels on Etsy. Now this is actually, it definitely turned out to be a better way for me, because I really am very visual, and even though I kind of knew, some of the products that I had here, I wanted to make sure that I kind of had everything placed, and I knew what jars are going to be used for what items, so that I can determine what label or what would look best. I ended up buying the ones that I previously bought from Amazon because I thought they would work well, but they didn't. So instead of me like waiting until I get everything from Etsy, I decided that I'm just gonna write the labels down and finish this video, and then I'll be able to do a separate video showing like me putting the labels on and finalizing the whole pantry. So by the end of this video, you'll see that the containers still don't have labels on it, and that kind of works right now. I'm definitely kind of working on this mentality of progress, not perfection, because I have a tendency to wait until things are a certain way for me to move forward, or for me to consider something done or good. So I'm definitely challenging myself to stop thinking like that, and to, work with what I've got. So yeah, this is definitely one of those scenarios where I'm just like, okay, you know what, I didn't have the labels, but I still want to produce this video for you guys, so I'm still gonna publish the video and kind of go from there. And still, my pantry is still functional, it still works even without the labels, but it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be adding on later on. Now we're on to organizing my snacks. Now I realize now that maybe it would have been a bit more kid friendly to use plastic containers instead of glass. I really was opting for glass everything here because I thought, the glass just would make everything look much more uniform. But with organizing these snacks, especially since they're going to be on a level that my kids are going to access easily, I probably should have gone with some more plastic jars instead of glass. But I do plan on, helping them grab, any of these glass snacks that they need. Honestly, I'm still kind of working, even as I organize my pantry, I was still kind of rethinking how I want things to be organized, because with a small pantry, it's definitely, you have to think outside the box. And you have to sacrifice on some things that you may want to put out. So I definitely was still kind of rethinking as I was doing this, like maybe I could have done this or that. I would love your opinion though. So if you were watching my video and you're like, oh, maybe this would have been a better solution, I would appreciate it if you left that in the comments down below and let me know, how you would organize your pantry if you have a small pantry. But yeah, I just definitely rethinking it now, and I'm like, a glass container for kids, probably not the best idea. One of the biggest things that I struggled with in organizing this pantry was, what was I going to do with the bottom part that didn't really have that many shelves. Like, I wanted to find a solution that would actually work, to help me maximize the pantry and, be able to put more items out. So I decided that I was going to use storage bins down here. Now, as I mentioned before, with the pantry, you definitely have to make some sacrifices. You can't really put everything that you want out. Some of the things will have to go into storage. And being that I didn't have any other areas where I could place these items, this just seemed like the best place for me to put them. So I decided to go with 4 of this baskets, and just store all of my excess items, and I will be labeling them just to remember what is in each of them, because it's kind of a hassle to have to, remove them every single time I need to grab something extra. But this seemed like just the best solution here, and it worked out really well, because then it kind of provided like a place where I could put chips for the kids and they can access it easily. So I think this system just worked really, really well, and I am really pleased with how it turned out in the end. with my pantry done, we are moving on to the baking closet. So one thing that I wanted to do was that I wanted to put my spices into the cylinder jars that I showed you before and place them inside the baking cabinet. I thought that would kind of free up the space there and I could use that for something else, because as I mentioned before, like I am definitely low on storage here, so I definitely want to maximize the storage that I can. So I'm just gonna take you through the process of like organizing all of this and putting them in there. I realized when I did this that the bamboo shelf that I bought was not long enough, that it wouldn't hold all of the spices that I have. So now I'm like rethinking again, wondering if I should go back to using that drawer again and just using some sort of a drawer liner for spices to be able to just keep them in there, because I think it would hold a lot more if they're in the drawer as opposed to in the cabinet. But once again, progress not perfection, so definitely would appreciate your input. If you know something, if you feel like you could offer some sort of advice as to what I can do here to maximize this space, I would really appreciate that. So this little containers I thought would be perfect for nuts and chocolate chips that I use for baking. Now that I'm putting them up here, I realized that I could actually have gotten a riser so that they can be on top of each other instead of being the way that they are right now, because they seem a little cluttered at the moment, but it works right now. Progress not perfection is what we're going with. Now guys, I actually didn't even introduce myself, but if you are new to my channel, my name is Faith. I am definitely on an organization streak here. The last few videos that I've posted have been makeovers and organization videos, because I definitely wanted to end the year with an organized house, an organized pantry, especially just to kind of start off a new year with, my home looking, a certain way. So I just thank God that I was able to buy these items and that I'm organizing my space and whatnot. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you like this content, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I have more content coming out to you guys, so be sure to hit the subscribe button. Let me know down below what you think about this video. If you like it, leave it a like and a comment and let me know what you think. Okay, so now I'm finally organizing my kids school items. So my kids are now going to school and I do pack lunches for them, and I've been kind of struggling with how to actually organize their lunch items, so like sandwich cutters and things of that nature. I found this home edit organizer and I thought it would work for this, and it actually worked better than I thought it would. So the way that I'm organizing it is that with the bottom, I'm just going to put some of these cutters, and I'm actually going to get another one because it worked out way better than I thought it would. But I'm putting the cutters, and then on the top, like medium containers, I am putting like the vegetable cutters because I use those as well. And then I've been keeping the little peaks in these little glasses because I didn't have a place to put them, but now this is definitely a great place to have them. I was gonna separate them into different lens and whatnot, but I didn't have enough space, so I decided to just put them together. And then I usually use these little containers for sauces and whatnot, so those are going into that area. So this is such a cute and effective way to organize your kids lunch items, especially if you don't have an actual drawer that you can put them in. So it worked out really. So I'm gonna be keeping my other baking stuff in this because I don't know how to organize this. I was gonna get a similar container to the other ones and just put them in there, but I didn't have an extra one, so I'm just gonna put those away somewhere and organize those when I find a good solution for them. But I really like how everything else turned out here. That is how things turned out. As I mentioned before, there are definitely a few more things that I still want to do. I want to add lights inside the pantry to kind of help light up that space a little bit, and then of course I'm going to be adding some new labels to them. So I am so excited about adding those changes, but I really wanted to get this video out so that I'm not just waiting until everything is perfect. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like and a comment down below. And guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a good time during the holidays. I hope to send out a new video before then. But if I don't, then I just wish you a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.